So welcome to episode 3 from us in the box, and we're in the midst of the World Cup at the moment, so it makes perfect sense to talk about it. So today we're going to be giving you our teams of the group stage.
As we're discussing this, the round of 32 has just started with South Africa, Canada. So we thought it'd be a good time to get involved and
Yes,
chat a bit about the group stages and how they went.
one of the lucky teams to get in the knockouts is definitely South Africa.
Yeah, after that opening fixture, I think they've actually done really well to get there.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how they've done it really because it's at the expense of South Korea, who normally are pretty
Yeah,
good,
yeah,
and they've got quite a few big hitters, and Czech Republic, who've just been absolutely dreadful
yeah. They've been
for some reason.
dismal. I don't know what it is with Czech
But
Republic. There seems to be something going on there that maybe a bit of an aging squad. Patrick Schick's retired from international
I did
football
see
after that
that.
last game at the age of 30, which is mental.
At the Euros, like the last Euros in Germany, he was
Yeah,
so good for them as
baller.
well.
Yeah, he
Um,
got a load of goals, didn't he?
yeah, he scored that one. Was it against Scotland, like from the halfway line or something like that?
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of disappointing teams, which other teams have disappointed you?
Yeah, we've had a brief chat about this, but
Yeah,
Uruguay
before we started.
100%, they've been horrific. Yeah, I thought, to be fair, I really thought this tournament would tee up the South American sides, or just teams from the Americas. They're going to have more supporters. I know Uruguay's a smaller country, but they're going to have more supporters. The sort of atmospheres and weather is going to be more suited to that sort of team. But they've been shocking.
Whose fault do you think it is? Do you think it's Bielsa's fault, or do you think it's the team's fault?
I would say the team. Bielsa's a great manager. To be fair to him.
It's difficult to say though, because like some of their players look quite good. Well,
Yeah,
mostly Maxi Araujo for I think he plays for
yeah.
Sporting Lisbon.
hmm
He's looked really good, but then there's players like the fella last night.
Canobio, yeah.
Yeah,
Red
Canobio.
card,
He just lost his head and went straight for the referee.
yeah.
Um,
Mad in it.
but it,
To be fair, they're missing. They're missing. Do you know what it is?
go
I've
on.
decided this. They're just missing that classic unreal striker that they've always had. They've got fucking Darwin Nunes up front.
The thing is, on his day, Darwin
Yeah,
Núñez can produce greatness,
against
but
Newcastle, he's unreal. But
yeah,
uh,
but you're right. They're missing like your Diego Forlans, your Cavani's, even your
Suarez,
Suarez. Yeah, I
yeah, I know
mean,
it was mental for them, but still, he was unreal, wasn't
like you just, yeah, like you said, you're missing that really talismanic figure who can just put the goals away, has got a bit about them, and
he? Yeah, carry the team on their back. They've got some really good players in there, but also maybe a bit
yeah,
of a I'm just looking at that defense now. Like they've still got Caceres in there. They've got Ugarte
yeah.
in front of them. Like it's
It's
not
just
looking the best.
has he done a ligament or something, so he's going to be out for a
Yeah,
large part of next
he
season.
was he was really poor for United as well.
It's disappointing though, isn't it? And I think from what I read earlier that the Uruguayan FA they actually cancelled the private jet back for the team, and they all have to fly back to Uruguay commercially.
That's some that is class.
Is there any other teams that you think have been a bit disappointing?
Um,
There's an
it's
obvious
hard.
one,
Who are you thinking?
Turkey.
Oh yeah, of course.
I mean,
Yeah, they did okay at the Euros as well.
yeah, they had a really good run. They got knocked out.
You saw them as well.
They did get knocked out by the Netherlands in the quarterfinals, but
Yeah,
like I mean, it's a football mad nation, and they had all the players in Kenan Yildiz and Arda Güler,
yeah.
but for some reason they just couldn't make it click. I lost to Paraguay and I lost to Australia is well, it's inexcusable really for a team of that standard.
Yeah, honestly, you could argue that they should have won the group. They're probably the best. I assume they're the highest ranked team in that group. Yeah, it is a very close knit group, I would say, like in terms of ability and squad. But yeah, absolutely, they've got them two talismans. They've still got Kalinoglu. They've
Yeah,
got they've got some good players.
loads of like top quality European players, and
Yeah,
they were probably a lot of people's dark horses, but
yeah, as always,
headline disappointments.
definitely. I think we could sit here all day and just speak about like
Yeah,
who's been great and who's been bad, but I would say someone who's really stood out to me, and something I wasn't really looking forward to 48 teams being in. I thought it
It
was
is a
gonna.
lot.
It is a lot, but I will say because I thought the minnows would just get absolutely battered, and for the most part they probably did. But Cape Verde have done unbelievable.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You got to give it to the lads.
I mean, shithouse
Three
3 points.
draws
I mean, they've come through second in a group with
Yep.
Uruguay and Saudi Arabia, who did beat
and
Argentina.
Spain.
Yeah, as well, and Spain. I mean, you got to give them absolute credit. Is there anyone else who you think's done quite well, who deserves a bit of plaudits before we move
Um,
into our teams of the group stage?
yeah, great shout. I'd say there's three teams I'm looking at right now. I think certain teams just got the job done. Like England, I think actually have done really well for that. I know people are negative about it online, but it's the best England side we've seen in our lifetimes. Like literally since we were born,
Yeah,
we've not qualified for two tournaments. We've got knocked out in the group stages before.
we've gone
We've
unbeaten this time.
Yeah, exactly. We've gone unbeaten. 7 points in the group is like all you can really ask for. But I will say, like teams like Argentina and France have done unbelievable. Like they're my
As expected.
standouts.
How about
Yeah, as
Colombia as well?
expected. Yes. Yeah, Colombia I was about to touch on. Yeah, 7 points in that group with Portugal
Portugal.
and Congo. Congo are a solid
Yeah.
side, and that's who we'll be facing next as well.
So I mean, yeah, there's definitely a few teams who've done very well. A few haven't, but I guess we'll see what
Yeah,
the knockouts hold.
yeah, exactly. Do we get into our teams of the group stage? And this is our individual player by player, I would say, rather than we're not just going to pick one full Argentina team or whatever.
No.
Okay, so I'll kick off with my goalkeeper then, and I've gone for Rangel from Mexico. Conceded 0 goals in the group stage, so
What more do you want?
exactly what more can you ask for a goalkeeper? I actually think Mexico have been really, really good as well, really
Yeah, me
solid.
too. The home support as well has been immense.
Yeah, and I think if we do match them in the round of 16, it could be tricky. That's my goalkeeper. I'll keep moving through my squad then. So right back, I've gone for Freeman from the US. I think the US. I know they lost to Turkey in the last game, but they basically were
They were
only
home and
3-1.
hosed by that
So,
point, weren't they? So
but Freeman, I think he's the youngest player in the US's squad. He scored against Australia, I believe, as well. They conceded a few goals until obviously the Turkey game, but I think surprisingly good performances from Freeman. When I've watched games of him, I thought he was actually pretty solid and a big
yeah,
part of why they did well. Next up, we've got Van Dijk. So I was torn between him and Van Heck. I think you could put either of them in for me. The Netherlands have done really well.
got the job done, haven't they?
Got job done, and yeah, it's just he's still clearly that guy when he needs to be. So yeah, my other centre back is Kabasi from Spain. I know they didn't have the toughest of opponents, but you've got to get it done, and yeah, he's been pivotal for them. He's been their best defender by far. They conceded 0 goals, so what more can you?
What? Yeah,
ask
exactly. What more? Yeah.
for? This left back. To be fair, I'm sort of torn between two.
Left back was a tough decision for me
It
as well.
was. I've got an honourable mentions, which is a left back, which we'll go to later. But the one that I've got in is actually from England's group, and it's Mensah from Ghana.
Right.
I think when we played Ghana, he was quality. And I've had a look through. I've had a look at the Panama game. He was like the main reason, one of the main reasons that they didn't concede. When I believe that Panama were the better team as well. He was solid against England, and then they conceded 2 to Croatia, but still, I think it's solid.
Nice.
So,
Okay,
yeah.
that's a good first start.
Yeah.
That's a good start to your team. So I'll kick off with my defence. So I've taken just on the mention of Cape Verde earlier. I've gone for Vozinha in there.
Yeah.
So the 40-year-old goalkeeper has started off with a memorable clean sheet versus Spain. I think he made 7 key saves in that.
Yeah, I think it's
And then
the second most saves in a World Cup game as well ever, after
mental.
Tim Howard. Yeah.
I think he's written himself in like folklore there. He's
Yeah.
become like a Cape Verde legend. And then
Yeah.
he's also gone on to keep a clean sheet versus Saudi Arabia, and he's put the first timers through to the knockouts. So at right back, I've gone for Daniel Munoz of Crystal
Yeah.
Palace.
Great shout.
Traditionally not a right back, he's more a right wing back / winger. He loves getting up
Yeah.
and down the flanks, doesn't he? But
Yeah.
I think he stepped up with a deflected goal versus the good Dr. Congo to get his team 3 points. And it was also on the score sheet versus Uzbekistan.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's looked quite dangerous. So my first centre back is Chris Richards from the USA, so another Palace player. And I just think he's put he didn't play in the final game versus Turkey, and that might
No.
be the reason they lost. To be fair, but he just
Yeah.
has just put in 2 really solid performances. I think so. When he's played, they played a back 3, and he's been in the middle of that. But then when they played Turkey, the USA, they went to a back 4, and that's where they conceded 3 goals. So maybe there's something there. But I just think
He's
a
been
bit of
solid for
quality.
Palace as well.
Yeah, he's had a really good year for Palace as well, hasn't he? Like he's
Yeah.
stepped up when they missed like Mark Gay and everyone.
With US have passed as well. Like again, it's quite short term memory for me. I know you got like Lalas back in the day. I don't really know much about him, but when you think of good players for the US, it's usually a goalkeeper and attacker.
So my next centre back, it mirrors yours. It's Pau Kubasi as well.
Yeah, he's unreal.
Like despite that rocky start for Spain, 19-year-old has got 3 from 3 clean sheets, and it just remains like a really key part of the build-up as well. I don't know if you noticed that.
Yeah,
Like he just
100%.
slots in really nicely, like next to Laporte, and he must be doing something well because he's keeping like quite big players out the team. I don't even think like Dean Huijsen and the likes of that have made the squad just because he's taken that position for himself.
Yeah, and I think on that as well, to be fair, Laporte could have been a shout as well. He's been solid.
Yeah, he has been solid, yeah. Speaking of solid, so my left back is Ricardo Rodriguez for Switzerland. So, yeah, I mean, true to form, the Swiss have just been solid. They just always turn up at a World Cup and just do the job of getting through the groups. Yeah, so top the group with relative ease, but he's not quite like a flashy pick or anything like your Nuno Mendes or anything. But I just think he's been solid, and he's featuring his 4th World Cup.
Yeah, I think he's been around for so long as well. Like, you know him back from FIFA 14 or whatever it was.
Yeah, yeah.
He's been about for. I was so happy when I saw him in my Panini sticker book.
Okay, so let's move on to the midfield, and then at the end we can review each other's teams.
Sounds great. Okay,
Go on,
well,
then.
I'll kick off. Yeah, to be fair, I actually think this midfield 3 would work really well. I've not done it purposefully like that. My first one is Kamada from Japan. Just I think Japan have been pretty solid, especially the first 2 games. He was fantastic.
A lot of people's dark horses going into the tournament as well, weren't they?
Yeah,
after
100%.
they beat England and
yeah, exactly. Yeah, he found himself on the score sheet as well against Tunisia. I just think sort of one of them again, reliable, just solid players. When I've watched Japan, he's been really solid. I mean, the whole team has. They're a really good unit, but I wanted some representation of Japan. So my next centre mid had to get some representation in for England. I've gone for Jude Bellingham. I just think he's an absolute monster. The guy.
What do you like about him?
Everything.
Yeah.
Honestly, yeah. The amount of negative press that gets put out about him is just a joke. I
think he's a big personality, but he's one of my favourite players.
That's what you want. Yeah, exactly. Him and Kane are just monsters, and we'd be nothing without them. Like he fully just takes every game on his shoulders. I know Ghana, we obviously the whole team struggled because they just did 11 men behind the ball, and that's exactly what they should have done. So I don't blame them. But he was the only one who seemed to be trying to create something and was really geeing himself up to try and get something.
Positive, isn't he? Like
very positive, yeah.
Up with the ball, looks forward.
Exactly, and as someone who's had to endure a full season of League One, Huddersfield Town, to then come into a tournament and go, oh God, I've got to watch England again. He gives me something to actually enjoy when I'm watching the team I support. So yeah,
it could be in the conversation in a few years for Gerrard, Scholes, Lampard.
100%. Yeah, I don't see why not. And anyone who says differently is just
No, that's crazy.
Being a harsh critic and listening to the Daily Mail or the Sun.
Yeah,
So my final midfielder, I did say I was going to try and keep uh, nations sort of as different as I could, but that you just can't get away from Pedri. Much like
interesting.
Bellingham,
Right.
uh, he's just unbelievable.
Yeah,
Similar age to Bellingham as well, isn't he? And he's just fantastic. Again, the group wasn't the hardest, but you still have to do it.
yeah. You
Um,
still have to turn up, don't you? So
Still have to turn up. Yeah, he's just he's been unreal for Barca this year as well, of course. Sh- um, yeah, just think quality.
but just say that bit again. You just cut out.
I don't know. He's had a great season for Barca, and you just can't get away from how quality he is. Yeah, he's really helps that Spain team move forward.
Yeah, I think the
Um,
compliments are nice. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah. That's a really solid midfield. Gonna struggle to top that, I think, but I'll give it a go. Okay, so the first midfielder I've gone for is Ayoub
yeah.
Bouadi from Morocco. Only 18 years old, this guy. But in their first game versus Brazil, he did get quite a lot of attention just because he was. I think he just really that he's been really tidy in his passing, his defensive contributions, and then he's carried that form through to the Scotland game. Yeah, and he's helped his team get through to second, and they've
Yeah,
been
exactly.
level on points for Brazil as well. It's nothing to be sniffed at, I don't think. Um, so my second midfielder is also Jude Bellingham.
Mhm.
For the reasons
Yeah,
you said, he's just grabbed every game by the scruff of the neck. 2 man of the matches, 2 goals and an assist. But I didn't realise this until looking at the stats. He's actually not completed 90 minutes yet in any of the 3 games.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that the
Yeah.
max he's completed is about 70 something minutes. So to make that impact in a full game in your legs is it's impressive.
Like I think he's got so much more to give this tournament. If we were peaking now, then you'd be worried because you need to save that for round of 16.
Might be cheating here on my final midfielder, but I've gone for an attacking midfielder and I've gone for Michael Olise.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah, Michael Olise. He's been. I don't know if you watched that first game
Yeah,
where they played Senegal, and he's coming off like an outstanding season with Bayern, but he just like slotted straight into that France team, and his connection with Mbappe, just like the passes he was feeding through and everything,
yeah.
it was really enjoyable to watch. To be fair,
I think one thing you can say about him is like there's quite clearly a reason that Harry Kane has done so well this season.
yeah,
Obviously, he's individually unbelievable, the best striker in the world. You've also got Elise feeding him, and the balls he puts into him are insane. And the same, Mbappe's got 4 already, and you know obviously the whole front three and 4 is ridiculous at
yeah.
France, but Mbappe and Dembele have 4 goals each already.
But 3 assists already. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
not bad, and I think he racked up like double digits in goals and assists for Bayern like last season.
Yeah,
But he's just taken his game like up a step, and I think he's probably in like at least the top 5 players in the world right now.
I will be shocked if you have a different front three to me. Is all I'm going to say.
I think I might
Uh,
have a different front three tier.
Really? Okay. Well, I just don't think you can go past this. I know maybe certain people could be in with a shout here, but this is just what I thought. We may discuss that on my on. I've got 3 honourable mentions, but we may discuss that in a second. My right winger, Lionel Messi. He's
I agree with
clearly
that
the
one.
best
Yeah,
footballer of all time, and still is up there, which is crazy.
I
Um,
think. Yeah, just speaking on Messi, I mean, he's in my team as well as at right wing.
yeah,
He just looks like he's got like the bit between his teeth, and I think if Argentina are going to retain the World Cup,
hmm
it's going to be because of him.
yeah. He's ju-
Like, he's already.
he's just a joke. Like I just love watching him. Every time
Yeah,
I get to watch him, I feel privileged. Like he's just an absolute joke.
it does make you
Um,
think though. Why is he still like? Why is he playing in MLS and not playing in Europe,
I know. I
despite
know.
being like 39 years old?
Maybe to be fair though, maybe he couldn't do it for full season in a top 5 league.
Yeah,
And
that's a
then
good point.
also do the World Cup. Like, imagine if he'd played the minutes. I don't think he would now, but imagine he'd played the minutes like a Pedri or a Rice has played, for example, like 60 games before they even get to the World Cup. He
No, yeah,
I
I
just
think you're
don't
spot
think
on.
he could.
You're spot on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it sort of teed him up really nicely for this World Cup as well. Already playing in America.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's solid for him. Striker, Erling Braut Haaland. He's just a freak.
Interesting.
Yeah, 4 goals. It's his first World Cup as well, isn't it?
It is, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and just pivotal in getting them second place. 2 goals against Senegal when they won 3-2. 2 goals against Iraq. Obviously, Iraq aren't the strongest of the competition, but someone's still got to
Yeah,
score.
you do have to score, yeah.
Yeah, so two players there, two absolute monsters of the game as well. And then my left winger, I have gone for Kylian Mbappe.
You've gone very strong.
So who have you got as your front three then?
I've gone a bit of a different path here. I've gone on the theme of sharing the love around between the different teams.
Too
So
kind.
Messi is very much my right winger. We've already talked about him. My striker is actually Dennis Undav from Germany.
Mm-hmm.
So the former Brighton man, he's come on in a sub in all 3 games that Germany have played. And he's getting about a max of like 30 minutes each game.
Yeah.
But he's stepped up. He's got 3 goals and he's got 2 assists, including I think there's 2 vital goals against the Ivory
Against
Coast.
Ivory Coast, yeah.
But it's so interesting to see like Nagelsmann, the coach, he's refusing to start him up top. He's opting for Kai Havertz each time.
Do you think that's some form of game management of he's so effective off the bench, why change it?
I think he just rates Havertz over him, to be honest with you.
Havertz, he's not the most productive striker, but he does link up a lot up there.
No,
doesn't he,
that's
to be
true.
fair?
But you can't argue with Undav's
Oh
three
no!
goals and 2 assists.
In 86 minutes of football, I've just looked.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not bad, is it? Like,
Crazy.
my left winger and final position in my starting 11, it's actually Cody Gakpo.
Ooh, I like it.
So I did want to give the Netherlands some credit because I think they've been quite good.
It's not real.
They're just like the quintessential like European World Cup team for me, even though they've never won it.
They've got to the most finals without winning, though.
He's coming off quite a poor season with Liverpool, I think, and he's been getting a lot of stick this year. But I think he's been an absolute menace at the back post. So he's got 2 goals and 1 assist, which all came against Sweden. But I've just been enjoying like watching him and his ability to find space and just pop up at the back post and get in front of the defenders and just really put pressure on them. Do you want to share your 3 honourable mentions?
Yeah. So I've already mentioned 2 of them, but I'll go through them again. So I've got you actually mentioned him in defence. Got Nuno Mendes left back, Elise, and Vinny Junior.
Yeah. So is that your honourable mentions then?
That is my honourable mentions.
Okay, so to round things off, I mean, speaking of Mbappe, he's the first honourable mention. So the second one I've got is Julian Quinones from Mexico. My final one is Ismail Saibari from Morocco. That's been our World Cup teams of the group stage. Yeah. Have you got anything else to add?
I've got nothing else to add. I think some very solid teams, very good discussion points as well. Like so many different players between the two of us, which is good because I was worried we would have the exact same squads.
I think we'd have a few similar players in there, but no, we've given everyone like a fair representation. And
yeah, but we'll probably come back and maybe we could group together round of 32 and 16 and do our teams of that, and then maybe up to the semi-final or something like that. We'll figure that out there.
Yeah, there'll definitely more World Cup based content from us.
Cheers for listening.